I truly believe that I started the menopause at 39 because I had my son at 39, but I wasn't diagnosed until 44 of going through the menopause. And I, hand on heart, I know I can't actually say that this was happening to me, but the things that were happening to me, looking back and in hindsight, all these things were happening were definitely related to the menopause. But for somebody who just had a young baby, and then I just put it down to having my son. Life was challenging. The way I felt, my mood was so low, everything I just put down to I'd had my son, and that was it. And it wasn't until the year I was 44, my periods actually stopped. And when I went to the doctors, I finally went to the doctors and made the appointment. Even though I was 44 and I'd explained everything that was happening, I was very lucky because I didn't actually go and see a GP. I actually saw the nurse, and straight away she said, "You're perimenopausal." But the symptoms, the fatigue, the anxiety, the way that I was feeling, not just the physical side of the periods were all over the place, the brain fog, everything that I was experiencing, like I said, I put it down to my having my son so late. But actually, it was the perimenopausal, those were the symptoms that came to it. Now, all I ever wanted to do was feel better. I went on search of everything to try and feel better. So I stopped drinking. I completely cut alcohol out because I felt as if alcohol was causing the anxiety, but I now know that the anxiety was probably related to the perimenopausal. The brain fog, the lack of sleep, everything was all related to the menopause. Now, the nurse rightly said to me, "This is what's happening to you. What I want you to do, the gold standard is go on to HRT, but you need to go away and do your own research." And that's what I did. And I honestly came out of that clinic absolutely heartbroken because I was 44 and I thought my world had come to a complete end. I thought I was really old. No one at this time was speaking about the menopause. I felt I was completely alone. I felt as if everything was just tumbling down on me. I honestly thought that was it because I'd seen my mum go through the menopause and it was like this old thing. My mum had cervical cancer, and she was early because she had an hysterectomy at, if I remember, it was 35. So she was put into the menopause quite early on. But again, she went through it without the support, without the help, without even talking about it. It was just something that she had to just get on with. And that's what I thought, that's what was going to happen to me. And that's how I started to live my life. And even when I was diagnosed then as being menopausal, like I said, it was very taboo. Even only 4 years ago, it's not spoken about as it is now. We're getting more and more people talking about it, and which is absolutely amazing. But even only 4 years ago, hardly anybody was talking about it. So I felt very alone. And I went and did my own research, and I researched day and night for a whole month to find what it was that was actually happening to me. I wanted to know the ins and outs with what was physically going on with my body and how I then could come out the other side.